Hello, this is Brendan giving you another Stars of Akarios Beta video. In this video, I am going to share a bit about space exploration. Okay, so this here is a snapshot of the Vertex System. This is in Act 1. You get launched here. And I kind of want to give you a little bit of a walkthrough of all the different aspects of space exploration. It's pretty basic, but it's a little bit of a macro type activity. So before I get to the actual space itself, I know that the Sparrow's colors are different. This one's the proper one. The Sparrow has a little bit of a dual layer mat. On the bottom of it has a track for the resources, and on the top it has a turn track, and this is for when you're in space battles. So you don't really have to worry about it for space exploration. And then it has an area for a couple of abilities cards, which we haven't actually talked about yet. But I'm going to go ahead and leave this Sparrow resources on 3. Basically, you'll start Act 1 right here in the middle. Gorgeous artwork, by the way. Thank you, Dan Wang. And when you perform an action with the Sparrow, you always use up 1 resource, 1 fuel. And you can do a couple different things. For example, on this track here, this icon is a warp icon, which allows you to warp in between different sectors, different explored sectors. Right now, you have only explored the Draconian system and this is the Vertex System in Akarios. These icons allow you to explore and to move, and this is a space event when you land on that spot. Oh, I feel a sneeze coming on. All right, so you know what? I'm going to pretend that the instruction, the rulebook actually doesn't tell me to do stuff, but I'm going to go ahead and explore and move to section 02. So I'm going to use up one of my resources. I'm going to flip this over. Ooh, pretty. And this is Jirark. Jirark is the home of the Yurs, and so we're gonna see the Yurs pretty soon. What do we have here? This symbol is a docking symbol. When you dock, you can purchase upgrades, and you can refuel your Sparrow. So, cost everything that you do with the Sparrow costs a resource. So I'm gonna dock with the Sparrow, and I'm down to 1 resource, which is kind of a bummer. But when you're docked, you can replenish your resources for 5 credits per pilot. So if you're playing with 2 pilots, it costs you a cumulative 10 credits to bump up your resources to full, to 8, okay? And so forth. So I'm going to do that. And then I've docked, so, maybe I'll go ahead and scroll all the way down and purchase some upgrades, right? I could, find, what would I want to find here? Maybe I wanted the shield upgrade. It's 20 credits. It doesn't need a specific class, and it gives me starting +2 shield. That's kind of nice. If I have 20 credits, I'm gonna slot in the shield upgrade, and now my Gnosis ship, instead of starting with 4, it's going to start with 6 shield. It's cool. So you can purchase available upgrades whenever you dock. Okay, so I've docked, I've purchased, I've refueled my Sparrow. I'm going to go explore up here. Okay, so this is great. Different icon. This is the scouting icon. Now you're going to see the scouting icon in either blue or black. Blue is always tied to a main quest, a main scenario, and typically you'll receive a prompt in the scenario book whether to scout that specific scenario. Blacks are kind of like side quests. You can typically just go and find a black scout and icon and launch a specific scenario, launch some lore, launch a world exploration, whatever it may be. So here, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and we'll just use up a resource to scout 023. So I would go to scenario 0, 2, 3. Where are we here? That's 16. We're getting close. Okay. Scouting scenario 2, 3. Oh, so here's the question. Do I have Aiding the Sparks Part 6? If I did, it would be marked on my squad progression pad. The Sparks Part 6. It does not look like I have it. I have nothing. So I couldn't actually continue with this because I don't have that requirement. That's a bummer. But let's say I do, right? Then I would go ahead and I would launch this scenario and go from there. There's going to be in the beta right now. We don't have. You're going to notice that there's actually not any. There's not any black scout icons. It's because we don't have any side quests available in the beta. So where you go, you're going to kind of be directed there in the beta. But suffice to say, there's going to be a lot of space to explore and a lot of beautiful, gorgeous space to explore as you progress in the game. And so that's space exploration. It's as simple as every time you do an action, you'll pay a resource. You'll pay the fuel. The sparrow will pay a specific resource, and for every if you're ever down to 0 resources, what you do is you start tracking for every action that the sparrow completes. Your pilot stress increases 1, and then when you start the following scenario, you keep the stress that you've accumulated in that, because it's as if you're like out of food, out of energy supplies, and you've been working too hard. So that is space exploration. I think it's a short video, kind of clears some of it up, and if you have any questions, just feel free to leave it in the comments below, and hopefully we'll get it to you.